Welcome back to Buddy and the Boss, and today I'll just give you a quick rundown of we've had to shift the camp, obviously, so we're down to, at the moment, I've got stuff stashed everywhere, but we're just down to one tent at the moment, me and the dog, with just the basic army camping gear and stuff like that, and that's us until we nut out somewhere else in this forest. Now I want to get to Fletcher Street Cottage. Congratulations to Nadia and Lindsey. Right, so Lindsey is the manager of Fletcher Street Cottage. She's a fill-in because our good manager Jan, she's gone away and she's left us, but she was a really top manager. She listened to the people, she talked to the people, she mingled in, and she was terrific. Lindsey, as a manager, she's way past her retirement age, and I want to get to a point, Lindsey. One thing that you said to me when there was a discrepancy down there one day, you said, I'm trying to understand the homeless. Well, you're clearly not. You don't talk to them. You sit in the office all day. You don't listen to grievances between the parties. You take one side. You listen to one side. You take all the staff into the office. You have a discussion. You don't talk to the other person. You come out and bark rules and enforce those rules. You're corrupt, you don't listen, and you'll never understand the homeless. And as soon as you're out of that position, the better for everyone at that cottage. Now, I'm getting on to you, Nadia. You are underqualified for the position that you hold at Fletcher Street Cottage. Lots of people have had problems with you. Now, if I was a manager or something there and I seen the things that you do, you would have been gone a long time ago. I'll bring an example that the other week you were with a client in the office where everyone makes bookings and that, so it gets quite hectic in there. And you had one of your clients that was clearly on the Doan program, cutting up pamphlets from the cottage and spreading them all over the floor, making some form of stupid, weird collage, and you just happily playing with him in the office. I mean, it made no sense. Why didn't you go out where you do your art projects? It would have made more sense. There's more room, and you deal with clients out there. You don't deal with them cutting up Mr. Squiggle fucking pictures on the floor. Now, getting to the incident, Nadia, again, the other day between me and you, when I was having breakfast there, I was told by Amanda to go and have a shower in case it got busy. So I left my breakfast there along with all my fucking equipment. So it was very clear, coffee, fucking breakfast plate, bloody stacks of things. So what you did is you sat a client down right opposite where I was sitting. I come out the shower and I said, what are you doing sitting here, Nadia? Can you not see that I'm sitting here? And then you've brought your client here, who obviously he doesn't want his stuff overheard. And well, your explanation is no one was sitting here. That's because it's a homeless shelter and we've got to have showers, right? So sometimes someone will get called in for a shower halfway through breakfast, and so they don't stuff up the line or whatever. They go and have their shower, they come out, finish their breakfast. They don't expect someone to be sitting there doing interviews with a client. Now, I told you, I said to you, and there wasn't a swear word in it. Your client, who knows me well, sees me every day, will confirm that your words were just lies. Now, as I come out the shower, you're sitting there. I asked you what you're doing there. You said you're having a meeting. No one was sitting here. I said I went in for a shower. I come out, and then you sit here. I said, look, you do it all the time, Nadia. I said you're always in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I said, don't worry, I'll move. So I cleared my stuff up and I moved. Next minute, Sean, the security guard, he told me that Nadia had a word with him and said that I was intimidating her or something. Well, that's a lie. So I confronted you, Nadia, about that in front of someone else that I'm not getting along with at cottage, one of the clients. She's a backstabber, but anyway, you're standing there. I went up to you and I said, Nadia, what are you doing going around to people complaining about me telling you that you're sitting in a spot where you shouldn't be dealing with a client? Someone's sitting there. And I said, look, you can complain all you like, but no one cares. These are my words. This is what I said to you. And you said, oh, well, let's go and see. Let's go and talk to him. You mean Sean, the security guard at the time. So I said, all right, let's go. Soon as we went around that corner, and Sean will confirm this, you said to him that Jason, you used my wrong name, it's JJ, Jason's intimidating me, he's swearing and all this sort of stuff. Well, you lied to Sean, you lied, and then, because I told you, no one cares, we all know what you're like, then you go into the office and tell Lindsay. Lindsay, your job as a manager is to listen to the clients and to listen to other staff members under your control. However, you had a one-sided talk, which you always do in the office, and it's always against the client. What you should have done is had the security guard there, Nadia, yourself and me, to discuss the exact words that were said. Because what happened is Nadia lied. Nadia went up to you, you believe every word, and because I'm just a client, I don't matter. Right? So you didn't want to listen to what I had to say and to listen to the truth. You listened to Nadia's lies and you've all acted upon it. So I had to leave that day. I was leaving anyway. So I come back today. Right. So there's a few noises made because, yeah, I admit she's a donkey. Right, I've called her that before. She gets upset over that and goes to staff. Right, she is a donkey. Right, she's a liar. And she should not be getting paid at the cottage for doing what she does. She's not qualified to deal with homeless people. Now, the problem with Fletcher Street is you can't complain. Because like I said, they'll all go into the office and they won't listen to the client or what was happening, what was said, what the problem was. They don't want to work on it. Yet, they promote mental health, and they have psychologists and psychiatrists and all those things down there. And they've had these little programs before they've made up where you can just discuss things like men's groups and stuff, which was quite stupid really. But anyway, look, the cottage, Lindsay, you're supposed to be a manager. You're supposed to know how to talk to clients and staff, not take one side. Nadia, you're a compulsive liar and you don't know how to deal with clients. As soon as something gets complicated or hard, you run off screaming for help. You belong in a kindergarten. That is your qualification. You're no higher than a kindergarten babysitter, really. That's what you'd be good at. As for you, Lindsay, you're too old for this job, and if you're trying to understand the homeless, let me give you one example of, if you want to really know what it's like to be homeless, take yourself away from your lifestyle for a week and go homeless, and try all the stuff that we're trying, and all the stuff we have to put up with the likes of you lot. Anyway, we should be getting a new manager in this week, and that person will hopefully fit into the cottage well, and maybe have some new rules for staff, because quite frankly it doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing, whether you're in retail, this, that or the other, homeless shelters, there's no one to oversee the staff. Example, in like Woolworths and all that, no one overseeing the manager. You make a complaint with the manager, and if he's at fault, the complaint goes nowhere. At Fletcher Street Cottage, you cannot make a complaint. It will not go anywhere. If a staff member like Nadia is a problem, is not qualified enough, and people can't complain, because people like Lindsay, who don't listen to people and don't discuss the problem at hand, these people, Lindsay, you're not qualified to be a manager in these times. Maybe back in the old days, back in the fucking 50s or 60s, but it's 2000 now, and you're not qualified to be a manager of a homeless shelter. You're too old, and you don't understand the homeless, and your services aren't needed there. And a lot of people, including some staff there, would agree with me. Nadia, I hope you just go find a new job somewhere, because it's just every time you see me, just know that you're just not good at your job. You disgust me, really. You lie about clients, and then you say we'll have a meeting in closed doors, and the client doesn't even get to say anything to defend himself. He's just got to put up with whatever lies are happening behind the doors, and then you're telling all the staff. Yeah, I've got witnesses to say the opposite. So there you are, Nadia and Lindsay from the Fletcher Street Cottage. It's time to pack up and leave, get out. There's no, look, you're not good to the homeless there. You're a waste of money that you're getting paid. We could have someone in there that understands the homeless, knows how to have discussions, and it's fair on all parties, so the truth gets out there. You know, I'm all about the truth. I'm JJ, so I'm not bullshitting you here. Nadia, everyone's watching this in Byron that goes to the cottage, I'm sure of it. But no one else will speak up, because there's just no one speaks up these days. I'm probably the only one that does it. So when I do these things, I'm fighting for all us homeless people and standing up for our homeless. A lot of people will come to the floor if I wanted them to, Nadia, and sign a bit of paper. How many people have had problems with you and find that you're not qualified to be there? You're like a kindergarten child. Your brain's from one thing to the other. You're not needed at the cottage. I dare say it's best for you to go and look for a job in a kindergarten or preschool somewhere with the kids. You'd be great with that. No doubt you would be great with that. And I'm sure you're a nice person, but not at the cottage. You're not. You're just a donkey, really. Or that's just for you. Right, so Lindsay, you're corrupt and too old for that position, and you're not qualified to deal with the homeless. You don't mingle enough. You weren't like Jan, our other manager. She was lovely. She was respected. She listened to grievances. She didn't just sit in the office all day and bark out authority based on accusations and lies by other staff, because they can't handle their position, or they can't have conversations. It gets too hard. They just want the problem to go away. They go lie to people like you, and the consequences happen to those people that are already doing it hard. So there's a bit of insight into the homeless shelter situation. So even when you're homeless and you've got places that are supposed to be there for you, sometimes, not all the time, you'll find that staff can also make it hard, and they also get away with lies and bullshit. but not here on Buddy and the Boss, where you'll get all the truth the way it is and the way it always will be. So this is Buddy and the Boss. Congratulations to you, Lindsay and Nadia, Queen of the bloody wardrobe. You should go back in that wardrobe, Nadia. Alright, so go back into your little fairyland world of wherever the pixies roam around in your brain all the time. Alright, this is JJ, or the Boss, and Buddy's just chilling out there. And we're just going to get on with building a more covert sort of camp, and we'll see us all back at Fletcher Street on Tuesday, I dare say, and we'll be welcoming our new manager, and I'm sure he is going to do a terrific job, and he's not a dinosaur, Lindsay. So alright, that's just for you, Lindsay and Nadia. Two unqualified people to deal with the positions you're in, and right, see you Tuesday. Hope you enjoy that video. Hope it give you a bit of insight into yourselves, the things that you aren't doing and the things that you should have been doing. You should discuss things with your clients. You should have meetings. That way you get evidence. That way you get witnesses, if you will, because that'll prove I didn't even swear. She's just making up lies. Look, I'm over it. Right now I'm over the Fletcher Street cottage, and those two staff members really make it a horrible experience. To the other staff there, love yous all, doing a great job, and keep doing what yous are doing. But Nadia, Lindsay, out. As a good man would say, that I watch all the time, Mr. Trump, he would say, "You're fired." Just leave it at that. Buddy and the Boss, you've been schooled. Out.